We take things for granted, things that used to be the norm. We had so much access to products and services prior to the pandemic. And now you look at all the things that have changed in the last, I don't know, I guess it'd be about a year now, through the pandemic. And I'm going to give you examples of what I mean by the fact that we take things for granted. And now all of a sudden, the things that we used to take for granted are no longer available to us. And we've had to scramble and make adjustments. And things that we used to take for granted, we no longer take for granted. Prime example is the fact that I have had, now I'm going on to day 8 soon, of having no hot water. Why? Couldn't get access to parts. Miscommunication. People working out of their homes instead of working in their places of business. And miscommunication made it so that I didn't hear about till this morning that they cannot get the part. And now I'm forced to, sadly, I'm forced to have to actually, I'm forced to have to replace the system so that I can have hot water. Can you imagine? Bottom line, it's a struggle to not have hot water. And I can think about and have gratitude for all the people that don't have hot water. But at the end of the day, it sucks not having hot water. I feel sorry for all those in the world that don't have hot water. But the cold, harsh reality is that I've gotten used to having hot water, and not having it for going on to be 8 days soon really sucks. But prior, it would have been no problem. They would have known right away there was parts. They wouldn't have got, there would have been better communication between these offices and their staff. And unfortunately, it just isn't the case. We have way too many people that are struggling, and we need to understand that things aren't available. It is what it is. We need to understand that things aren't going to change anytime soon, and just go from there. Sorry. I was trying to do this video using both devices. Didn't work out. So anyway, back to the fact of we're so used to having things that we don't have access to now. Just simple things. I had a friend get in a vehicle accident, and it took 6 months for them to fix a brand new vehicle because they didn't have access to parts at the dealership for their VW they bought. Got in an accident 2 weeks after they got it, and it took 6 months for the dealership to get all the parts because everybody's behind in manufacturing parts on whether it's appliances, vehicles, things for a home like a hot water system like I have my Instant On system, and getting to a point where now I'm just going to have to bite the bullet. I've got people coming in today to give me quotes so that I can replace the whole system. Pretty drastic. Well, I don't have much choice. Parts aren't easily available. The closest part now that I found today is down in the US, and it would be at least 10 days to 2 weeks before I'd even see it. Just because, right, don't know exactly why they can't overnight it or what the case may be. But bottom line, got to make a decision. How long do I want to continue to go without hot water, right? The norm would be that this probably would have been repaired and fixed within days, but now it's 7 days later, and they're questioning the fact whether or not I should even wait another week for the part. Here's the reason why. What happens if something else fails on that system or got damaged by the part that did go? And there's no way of them knowing, so I could possibly wait another week, put in that part, and still have other issues that were created by that part failing. So biting the bullet, spending a few $1,000s minimum, probably closer to $4,000 to get this up and running, whereas the norm would have been, as far as I'm concerned, the norm in the past would have been something that happened within days. But because of lack of communication, lack of people reaching out, 7 days have passed. Part is not available in Canada, and I'd have to continue to struggle without water, hot water, and still potentially even be longer if that part isn't the only thing that is wrong. So, you know what? This is the way life is. I'm talking to these service people that are coming in and giving me quotes today, and they're telling me the fact that people's furnaces are going. They're having to replace furnaces because parts aren't necessarily available for older furnaces. They're having to do complete furnace replacements. So the pandemic has definitely forced us out of a norm, made it so things aren't easily accessible, made it so that we have to, pivot away from the bad crap that's going on and find good solutions. And hopefully they're not break the bank solutions. But anyway, I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I'm having a character building one. I'm having good moments too. But obviously, this certainly isn't news I wanted to hear first thing this morning. And now spend the rest of the day people coming in and out of my house giving me quotes so that I can get this system replaced and hopefully have hot water by the weekend. So don't take things for granted, because bottom line, the old norm doesn't exist anymore, at least not right now. Who knows when it will again? Who knows when systems will be put back in place where parts are easily available for things that break down, and services as well are easily available, because even in my industry, I've struggled getting a hold of people, communicating with people, getting callbacks. The list goes on. So God bless you all. Peace out. Have a fantastic evening. We'll talk to you tomorrow.